I do believe we are all set to go, so I will give myself the audio check, and then we will get started this evening. And there it is. I can hear everything just fine, so yeah. Welcome to my quote-unquote old school gaming room, but this is, as you can clearly see, not my own. But this is a place that we're going to be getting very used to over the course of the next couple of months, because it is here where I will be playing some games that I've been wanting to play for you guys for years as we continue on with that goal. I've already done some more RPGs that were closer to the turn of the millennium, but this one is a little more old school. And with that, we also need an old school console and an old school game collection. And if you are familiar with the particular console that I am alluding to, you can see that in the background, these games are posters for various Sega Genesis games. For those who are not familiar, the very first proper Let's Play that I ever did on my channel was for a Sega Genesis game. And so, after many, many years, we are finally back to doing that. But you may have noticed also, if you're familiar, that the last time I actually played a Sega Genesis game was for the original Sonic the Hedgehog, but it was not using a screen or setting as I've got here. Nope, in order to get this, I had to make a little dig for a game that I could get through Amazon, which in this case is what you see before you. This is the Sega Genesis Classics Collection for PS4, and all the games that are on the right are part of that collection, compared to the Sonic Genesis Collection for PS3, which is how I played my first Let's Play on this channel, as well as for the original Sonic the Hedgehog. But tonight, we get the opportunity to check off another game off my list that I've been wanting to play for you guys for a long time. So with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Mathai Griffin back with you for the start of our brand new Let's Play, as tonight we will head on over to the games library, and we will, it's all conveniently located on a shelf right next to my bed. Tonight, the game in question is a game that, even though it's for Sega Genesis, I never even heard of this game until I got myself a Nintendo Wii, because this was a Sega Genesis game that was available through Wii Virtual Console. And I really don't know much about it, so I got it, downloaded it, and I really enjoyed it. So, after all these years, I'm finally reintroducing myself to this game, and tonight I'm going to introduce you to it as well. So, let's go ahead and put in Sword of Vermilion into our Sega Genesis. And introduce you to the game's title screen. Yeah, and as you notice, flashing lights are in effect, but that's for a good reason. So, this is what Sword of Vermilion's intro looks like, and yeah, very ominous with the gleaming sword with the background that's all black, high above some very ominous clouds, and this tree here on the left, as you can see. And the music certainly helps to amplify what we are getting ourselves into this evening. So, what do you say we go ahead and get started? Name yourself with a character of up to 6 letters in your name. So it's not quite maximum for my character or for my own handle, but I'll still call myself Mathia, even though it'll be Mathia or Mattia in this case, with just 6 letters. So without further ado, let's get this Let's Play of Sword of Vermilion underway. Long ago, King Sarkhan of Cartagena unleashed his evil hordes upon the peaceful land of Excalabria. though the people of Excalibur fought bravely, in the end, they were overwhelmed. Yeah, it's not looking good for us. As his castle collapsed around him, King Eric V of Excalibur summoned Blade, his most trusted servant. Eric commanded Blade to escape with Eric's infant son in the Ring of Wisdom, an ancient family heirloom. Blade slipped out a secret passage as the castle was engulfed in flames. He fled with the babe to a distant village and raised the child as his own. And it's one of those styles of stories. Sarkhan vowed to devote all of Cartagena's power to searching for the prince. 18 years have passed since Sarkhan began his search. Which brings us to now. And so, here is our lead hero. Yeah, he's fully decked out in armor, but of course, given that this is an old school RPG, even though his sprite has him clad in armor, he's not actually wearing any at the start. But you can tell that because of the music that's playing, something very bad is happening. But what is it exactly? Well, in order to find that out, we have to go over to the top of this town. The town in question is known as Wycliffe. And we have to go home. And we have to go upstairs. Yeah, remember Mr. Blade? Well, this is him right here. Yeah, he's in bed, but this isn't just his bed. Let's talk to him. Mathia, at last you are here. I have much to tell you. I am not your real father. Ah, man. You are the son of Eric, of Excalibur, killed by Sarkhan of Cartagena. As his castle burned, King Eric bade me take you and raise you as my son. I hid the Ring of Wisdom in a cave near the village. Only this ring, your sole inheritance, can save the world. The armies of Cartagena are moving to conquer. It is your destiny to rescue the world from Cartagena. I have saved some money for this moment. Arm yourself. Your road is dangerous. Sorry I had to be summoned until now. I always thought of you as my son. King Eric would have been as proud of you as I am. Go now, and remember me. And when you try and talk to him again, there is no answer because, yeah, our adoptive father has just passed away. And we now have to leave and embark on a long and arduous journey. But yeah, if you talk to the townspeople around here, they will all speak very highly of our adopted father. Yeah, he wasn't inherited, we were adopted by him. So also things that you need to do. There are some people that you need to talk to out of necessity, including this guy. Be careful, evil roams everywhere outside our village walls. Yeah, this man I need to speak to specifically. If it's you, there's a ring in the cave south of here. Here's a map to guide you. So yeah, you'll get various maps from the townsfolk whenever you are going out of town, because if you go outside of a town initially, when you do so, you really are walking blind. But I'll explain why before we set on out. So there's the inn. And here's where weapons and armor can be bought. But we haven't been given enough to buy everything we need. You can buy weapons, armor, and shields here. So we'll begin the process by buying a bronze sword. And he also offers you 2 types of armor and shields, but for now we'll take the best one available. don't need to do anything else for now. We will, however, equip our sword and shield. So we'll go ahead and get that on. And there we go. So now we're going to go ahead and grind for some armor. We don't need the best armor right away, but we will eventually need it. So when you go outside of town, you'll see that this is what the map looks like. If I did not get the map right away, all I would see in the map part of the screen would just be a big blue wall. I wouldn't see anything else other than my own character sprite walking around. So that's why the map is so useful. So now that we've established that, so you can see these white blocks, this is a town. This is how towns are marked in the game. And that's where the cave is, but we're not going to go in there just yet. We'll walk around, because we need enemies to fight. We need enemies to fight, enemies to kill. So this is how random encounters work. You'll be fighting against you'll see what the enemy is initially, and then you'll find out once you start fighting how many enemies you have to fight at once. And as you can see, they wasted no time at throwing me to the wolves essentially because they threw 7 slimes at me at once. The maximum of enemies you can fight in a single battle is 8. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll only fight 1. You'll only get 1 in a random encounter, but in some cases you really want to get 7 or 8 enemies on the field at a time. Now we have blue slimes. Let's start hacking on those. And you can see these ones are more dangerous because they're taking more health off of me. Also, hey there, Insonius, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. So here's the treasure chest for you to take. You open the chest. There's money inside. And we will take it. It takes 50 Kims. So yeah, Kims are the currency of this game. You'll also notice it says magic nothing. So I can also cast magic spells, but I'm not in a position to do so right now. Now, these werewolves are the toughest enemies I can fight currently in my situation. Thankfully, they're only throwing 3 at me, but they're hitting me for 4 points per. So, yeah, it can be very tough because you're trying to hack away at the enemies, but they're either running to you or they're running away from you. Ooh. Well, I saw myself through that one. And yeah, just like any old school RPG, if you die, you do game over essentially, but you lose half of your money. And that's also how you run from place. Since you don't have a run command, since everything happens live action, you basically are forced to make a break for it, basically. Oh boy, like right now, oh boy. Oh boy, I'm down to 1 point, oh boy. Yeah, great start! Yeah, if I don't get this, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, yeah, there was no way I was getting out of that. Arise, brave warrior. Our world needs you, but half your money goes to the poor. So yeah, they wasted no time throwing me right to the wolves. I do still retain the experience that I accumulated, thankfully, like an old school RPG does. They were wasting no time in just letting me have it. That's why it's so important to grind for money early on. Also, if you press down, you can actually walk backwards out on the field. Alright, so hopefully that was the one and only death I'll suffer during the course of this Let's Play. But I won't hold my breath. Especially when the enemies can still hit me for 2 points apiece at the early going. I've only got 33 HP to start. So you can walk forwards, you can walk backwards, you can walk side to side. You can also spin around, and you'll still get random encounters. You'll get enemies when you're in the middle of a turn. And by turn, I literally mean turn. Yeah, like that. Like, I'll see if I can get one to spawn to prove my point. Yeah, try not to get dizzy as you see me doing this, but yeah, to prove my point. Alright, go. Right into the thick of it in this game. Trying to clear myself a path. Yeah, having 7 or 8 enemies coming at you from both sides at once. It's not fun, but it helps for the experience, it helps for the money. Go. Yeah, I'd like to get to level 2 if I can before we really start to think about anything else. Thankfully, I only need 11 more points to get a level. I only got 2 this round. Yeah, that shows you just how random the enemy counts can be in this game. You never know when you'll be fighting 1, 2, or a whole full house. And thankfully, some enemies will just choose to chill out while you get to them. And they will find ways to get around your attacks. Just one this round. Alright. This will help. Yeah, full set. Trying to get the attacks on the angles and also be that'll be enough. There we go. Level gain. Yeah, suffice to say we needed that one. And so yeah, you may have noticed that whenever you gain a level in this game, you do get all of your HP and MP restored. Very useful. Yeah, there are some very forward-thinking concepts that they did in this game that not a lot of RPGs did. Yeah, right now it's just a slime at the end. I'm surprised that I'm not getting into a situation where seeing the werewolves appear. Maybe I needed to go a little further over this way. Hey there, Bubba. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. More blue slimes. Alright, go. Full house. Still getting him for 2 points. Right, yeah. Oh, there they are. Yeah, we've been waiting on you guys. Yeah, they're still able to hit over 3 points. It certainly is there, Bubba. Yeah, as I mentioned at the start of the stream, this is a game that I never even had heard of until I got myself a Wii, because it was available through Wii Virtual Console, and so that's how I became familiar with it. It is a retro game, but like there are a lot of very innovative things that they did for a 1990 RPG that I really do appreciate about this game. I'm glad to be picking it up again after so many years. So now I have enough money to buy some of the armor. So I'll get myself equipped. But I still need a little extra money, so I'm going to, first of all, equip my armor. yeah, if we're going to be going after this all-important ring that I have, at the very least I'm going to need to have some items to take with me. Also, for whatever reason, you cannot stay in your own home and rest in your own hometown. You have to use an inn. Yeah, I have no idea why. But at least they're kind enough to only charge you 10. So, there's that at least. Alright. Oh, and Ansonius, feel free to share, if you have people with you, feel free to share with them what you're currently watching. Yeah, there's even a diner in here, but you can't buy food. This is where you can save your game at the church. Yeah, here's the item shop, but can't use it yet. I still need to get myself a little extra money first. Because there are some things that I absolutely must have. Alright, let's go. Yeah, here's what we want to see. We want to see the werewolves. Alright, go. I'm just tracking them down. Slimes. Just one. And walk right into some more. 6-pack. Nope. I missed this one. I just blocked myself into it to try and score. Sometimes that's pretty much all you can really do. Blue slimes. Just one. It all counts. Doesn't matter if it's one or if it's 8, it all counts. Alright, werewolves. 5 this time. There we go. Try and overwhelm them if we can. Yeah, I took damage from myself while he was standing still. Green slimes. It's always awkward to try to score the name. But that should be enough. Just one. Some items. Okay, so let's see what we can get. Does anything interest you? Yes. So currently available are herbs and candles. So herbs obviously are for healing, the candles are for lighting the way in the cave. But I need to buy 2 candles. Yeah, because candles don't last very long. So we do need to buy at least 2. Alright, so we're pretty much got everything we need now. So the only real matter of business left is to go and get my health restored by staying at the inn. Because thankfully I have just enough money to stay the night. Alright. The only other matter of we set off to try and get the ring is to save our file. So saving files always happens at the church. Yeah, we came here a little sooner than I wanted. Yeah, you can also have curses removed as well as poison removed. And I unwittingly saved over my practice file. Well, I guess this is my file now. Yeah, now it's for real. Time for us to head on off to the cave. Gotta get through some slimes first. Go! See if we can break them down before we head on off. One last line of defense. And 6 of these guys too. And in we go. So yeah, you can see my sprite is on a blue screen, and also the cave is completely black. So we'll go ahead and use a candle. Alright, so now I have that turned on. So you also notice that there are some branching paths. We got skeletons to fight in here, among other things. I mean, they're not damaging me that badly. But it would help if I could score on them. That would be nice. Really taking a beating off these guys. Thankfully, they aren't doing much. Yeah, that's why I needed the herbs. Alright, so the treasure chests. Yeah, there are maps as well when you're in a dungeon. Yeah, as you'll come to discover, maps are very prevalent in this game. So we have a split path. I'm gonna take this one first. We got slimes. Go. Yeah, never waste an opportunity to explore the dungeon as much as you can in order to find various treasures. We found money. Oops. And apparently I'm not interested in it. Yeah, we got 100 kills. More skeletons. 6. Ow, yeah, I really have to push through that one. Yeah, they're all picking they're already again picking and choosing here. This is really going to be a tough fight. Yeah, I can't really get them to advance as much as I would like them to. You really have to know what to value in a game like this. Especially when you're surrounded by very powerful enemies. Or when the enemy count is just really over the top. So yeah, for safety we'll use the herbs. So herbs will recover 40 HP when used. Oh, skeletons again. It's just 2 this time. You don't have to be exactly lined up to cause damage. You actually do have to be able to be close enough. Alright, there we go. Level gain. I'm at level 3. We're not done with this section yet. Blue slimes. 7 of them. Alright, so open this to the chest. And regain back the herb that I had to use. Alright, it's rough. Let's fight more blue slimes. Oh, just one this time. Alright, so we're done with this gate and the corresponding section. Now we're this way, of which there's only one path we can take. Well, technically one path. There's a little mini dead end. Oh, just one. Only one more we'll deal with. Oops. And apparently I don't want what's in here. Yeah, candle to replace what I've had to use. Yeah, right now it's, as far as the candle's concerned, it's not a matter of if it goes up, but when. 5 skeletons. Well, now I'm only losing 1 point because, of course, I got the level 2. We'll wind our way through, and eventually reach the corner where we find this old man. I have waited a long time for you, Prince Mathia. Here is the Ring of Wisdom which I received from Blade. It is rightfully yours. Please accept it. Well, thank you. Yeah, there's the candle going out. Thankfully, they do light up the battle screen, so that's kind of the game to do that. Yeah, imagine fighting the opponents on just a plain black screen where you can't see them. Yeah, that's a thought, isn't it? Yeah, I said it was only a matter of time before the candle went out, and there it was. So yeah, once you get the ring from the guy, he's gone for good. Alright, skeletons. Just one. Yeah, skeleton in this case. Alright, open the gate. Because we're now ready to head on out of here. And then the adventure can truly begin. Two skeletons. Alright, we're done with this cave. Not done with the enemies, of course. 4. Subdue them if we can. And head on back to town. Now that we got the Ring of Wisdom, we can of course forge onward. Before we do though, I do now have enough money to buy an upgraded sword. Or no, not sword, armor. Yeah, because I already have the best sword because it's the only sword available, but yeah, I need bronze armor. Alright, so let's go ahead and equip this. Yeah, remove the leather armor, ready bronze armor. So yeah, we weren't quite at the point yet where you could equip something the moment that you bought it. We weren't quite at that point yet in this part of video game history. So we'll sell the leather armor we were wearing for a while. will want to use the inn. Yeah, another 10 Kims to use. Something else to also point out, if you haven't already noticed it, but at the top of the screen, at the top of the wall, we have this random sign, Boyoyan. Yeah, you searched carefully, but you didn't notice anything unusual, other than this random sign. Set on out. Of course, I also need to buy more stuff too. Alright, let's go get ourselves some items before we head on off. You may have also noticed that you can only buy and sell equipment at equipment stores, items at item stores, and we'll also see magic as well. Of course, you can also sell magic spells at magic stores and buy spells there too. So first order of business is actually to sell the extra candle. Because, yeah, the candle really is only needed for the first dungeon. Alright, there we go. Taking care of that. There's one more thing I need to do. You know, I'm using GameFAQs just to remind myself of where everything is. So talk to this guy. Now your quest begins in earnest. Here's a map of the route to Parma. That is our next destination. Of course, you're not obligated to get these maps, but for purposes of safety and also to show you guys what the heck to do, I'll make sure to try and get them all if I can. Sounds right to me. Although, why they would put that in a medieval style video game, no clue. Yeah, we're leaving our hometown of 18 years forever, and we're heading back to our OG. Sick pack. You may have also noticed that our hero is left-handed with the sword, as opposed to right-handed. So, first big worry enemy of the game, magicians. Yeah, those things do hit for a lot. Yeah, you saw one of them hit me for 19 points, and that was out without using a spell. But because there were 8 of them, it just made more sense to just get out of there. Three of them. Yeah, they wasted no time in introducing you guys to the magicians. More werewolves. Another trio. Sometimes come across random people in the road. And you can't talk to them. I'm a merchant from Palma. I hope I'm going the right way to like it. So hopefully you have somewhere safe to go. So yeah, there's the town right there, our next destination, but let's get up to the top and taking care of it first. That's what was a dead end. Slimes. Or just one in this case. Yeah, no treasures in these dead ends. Where to the next town we go? So yeah, you'll see now we have magic spells in play for the first time. But I don't have the money for it yet. For now, though, we'll go into the castle. Yeah, here's the king. Yes, I have the ring. You need it to combat the hordes of Cartagena? You're not powerful enough to stand a chance at that. Well, that's true. I'm still level 3. Nonetheless, I propose a test. The Cave of Troy is outside of town. Return to me with the treasure of Troy, and I'll give you my ring. So yeah, this is how many of the rings going forward will be obtained. We have to barter for them with royalty. Of course, the cave does have its guardians. Well, given that we just came from a cave, that should not surprise anyone. There's also a jail cell over here, but yeah, the guards are keeping that under lock and key. No visiting hours. Visiting hours are over. So for the time being, we'll check what's available in the weapons store. So yeah, let's see what's available. And as we can see, we already have quite a jump in the amount of money it takes to buy something. So we'll definitely need to be grinding for a while in order to get what's needed here, because a lot is required. At the very least, I'm going to need to get 2,400 hymns just for the equipment. So yeah, keeping with tradition with other old school RPGs, it can take a while to grind for the money you need to get all of your armor and weapons enhanced. But it's just part of the charm. One thing I will buy though before I do anything else over here in the item store. One thing I will buy from these guys, because they do have more stuff available, is going to be a lantern for when we have to go to where the cave is. Guards are taking their work very seriously, so for now let's go ahead and start the process of beginning the grind. It doesn't help if I only get 2 enemies to fight. I should also get wall though before I forget. I want to make sure, because, yeah, of course, you gotta talk to the certain people in order to get maps. Much wealth is said to lie west of here. Take this map and good luck. And then there's another gates, or there's another map to be had. And if we get a view. Seek the Cape of Troy to the east. I'll give you a map to show the way. Oops. No, I don't want to go back. Alright. We'll go ahead and save then. Yeah, go ahead and save. So now the grind can begin in earnest. So we're not going to go to the right yet because that's where the cave is. We're going to go left for the time being. Because there are some things we can get our hands on. Much better. Make sure we go the right way. So yeah, new enemies. Gargoyles. Just one for now. But it would be advised for me to go down to the south currently, because that's where the magicians are. See, it's kind of like a haven for them. A haven for the covenant. Slimes. Old gargoyles. Or just one in this case. Bring your friends, would ya? Although, maybe not so, because he has 4 points of damage per touch. There's money inside this one. 100 to be precise. More gargoyles. 4. Again, we're a little scary here. Back. Maybe not like that. Oh, well, I got the level, so... Whew, yeah. Lucky me. So that worked out, I guess. Still need more stuff, though. More werewolves. 5. Bring as many as you can. Please. Yeah, there you go. Go. Set a 7 on me. They're not able to hit me for much damage now. Still gotta take advantage of them being here, though. They're coming in droves. Full house. Let's try and clear the path to victory. Not as many this time. Yeah, just keep them coming. Full house. Go left. More the merrier. One less. That's the random nature of this sort of thing. Yeah, deal with the werewolves. Yeah, you also may have noticed that they have a painful sound when they die. Alright, gargoyles. Just 2. Yeah, he's pushing me back. And more gargoyles. Better. Yeah, just bashing the button like crazy in order to get my hits in. And more gargoyles. Or just one this time. Slowly but surely we will find what we need. 7. Get myself surrounded. There we go. And slimes. Full house. They are getting a lot of hits on me right now. Thankfully it doesn't hurt as much as it used to. Which, granted, used to was about half an hour ago. That was one. Blue slimes. Or slime. It's always so disappointing when you hope it's for a lot of enemies and it's just one. In this case, 2. The nature of a game like this. But that's also part of its charm. Do I scared everyone off? Yeah, well, watch how I moonwalk, everyone. Full house. I've had the experience of money jackpot. Do those moonwalks. Much lower this time around. In all these years that I've been doing Let's Plays on YouTube and Twitch. Alright, gargoyles. Just 2. Got a little weird there, but we got it. Alright, 7. That's what I'm talking about. I did mention moonwalking. I think I have enough actually for an equipment upgrade. but I want to get the sword first. Oh, hold on, I still need to equip my sword. Yeah, I gotta make sure I do that at least. Alright, I saw that bronze sword. Alright. So next order of business is to get myself more defense. We'll save the game first. Yeah, I'd just like to take those precautions if I can. Oops, no, I don't need to remove a curse. I was so surprised that saving your game is not the first option. I always thought that was weird about this game, that it does that. Anyway. Oh, hold on, I haven't even recovered at the inn yet. I have to do that at least. And let's not get too far out of ourselves. Now I gotta remember where the inn is. Must be on the right side. Memory's not helping me out right now. Yeah, there you are. Alright. 13 kittens. That's a pretty good deal. Thank you. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we'll dig a little deeper into the mountains this time round. Wait, let's use that first. Gargoyles. Go! Look how fast they run. They're just full run. As you can see, we have a whole bunch of dead ends over this section of mountains. This guy's just biding its time. Werewolves. 5. Try to track him down. Alright, run down to the end of the path. This up. And we found more herbs. Also, like any other old school RPG, your inventory space is very limited as we run into magicians. It's only one though. I think I can maybe take them. I did. Yeah, because if those magicians get out their spells, then they're pretty dangerous. Wow. Look at them coming after me. I wonder if they were thinking old school brawling games did Sega, like Altered Beast and Golden Axe, they came up with the idea of Sir Vermilion. Like, let's put this into an RPG format instead of this brawling game. I do have to say, it works very well. Didn't want to get started too much. Seven of them. Good. I like that. Let's keep the count score. The count's high. Except on magicians for the time being. Not so much on those guys. Speaking of. Well, it's just one. Okay. Concern alleviated. Candle, but we'll take it anyway. Werewolves. 6 more. Where do you think you're going? Yeah, I love how sometimes when they're low on numbers, they'll just run away from you. Further adding to the game's charm. Very rare in this game that you'll run into a dummy chest, but there it is. 7 slimes. Got around me. Alright, so... werewolves. Full house. Not run myself head first into their swords. Though sometimes that can happen. Werewolves. 4. So let's get them dealt with. And more. But just one. And slimes. Full house. Yeah, you can always tell how enthusiastic I am whenever I get a full house of enemies. Yeah, this is enough to actually get me the best shield now. 6 werewolves. Gotta go one extra space to get into that. Alright, we'll go ahead and save the, or rest at the end again first. Yeah, this guy really seems to want to follow me. Wonder why that is. So, stay the night. And that will now go get our best shield available. Let's go pick one up. So, get our hands on a silver shield. grind for money for armor. Excuse me, sir. And continue on your patrol. Let's get ourselves money for some armor. Alright, so we'll stick to the west. We'll stay in the mountains. We seem to be doing a pretty good job of getting what we need. Oh, there's the experience level. We're now at level 5. Still some gargoyles. Full house! Trying to fight our way through. Prepare ourselves a path. Come on there, gargoyle. We'll just chill out here in this section of the mountains for a while. Run into some werewolves. But only 2. Gargoyles. 6. Fight them off. There we go. And gargoyles again. You're really coming on me, aren't you? Hey, whatever it takes in order to get what we need. Blue slimes. 7. I'm ripping through the slimes now. But that shouldn't come as much of a surprise, because of course slimes are always weak in RPGs. 5 of them. Keep pushing for the number that we're looking for. But then even once we get all the equipment we need, there's still one more thing that I would require before we set up to try and get the treasure of Troy. And that'll be a magic spell because I don't have one in my possession yet. And magic in this game is pretty expensive. So I do need at the very least one spell. And the spell that I need costs the same as much as my silver shield did, which is 500 skins. So at the very least I need to get myself to the point where I have the armor that I'm looking for, but also that I have the magic that I require, because I will need it when we go to the cave. And 6 packs of this slime. And there you go. Magicians. How many? I think I can get away with this. Well, maybe not, if I'm moving like crazy. I got 2. Got 3. Got 4. Oh, wow. He almost got me with this shot, but I beat them. I pushed them aside. Alright, werewolves. Full house. Full house, go. And then gargoyles next. Another full house. I like this very much. 6. So 2 at once on opposite ends. Weird hitbox detection, but awesome hitbox detection too. Loose lines. 7. They're just standing down. They're just basically standing down doing nothing. They're waiting for the end. I'm gonna play it safe here and get myself herb usage. Right. Gargoyles. 5. They're really pushing through. Find a way to brute force themselves into me. And here's the straggler that they left behind. There you go. Oh, magicians. 6. I got 1. I got 2. Ah, got hit. I did get one somehow. 1 more. Got it. Scare there. We're gonna need to use another herb. And you're seeing the danger being played out in real time. Gargoyles. 7. They just don't care. They want to get right into me. They do not care. Loose lines. Just 3. And werewolves. Full house. Yeah, who else is singing the Full House theme song every time I exclaim Full House? I mean, it is appropriate for the time. Magicians, okay, I should be able to take 3, right? As long as I can dodge their shots, there we go. Gargoyles. 2. Magicians. Just 1. Yeah, he was basically running for his life. Loose limes. Just one of you. How far are we pushing our luck? Answer, very. Full house. Ow. Oh, yeah, I better run. I better run. Thankfully, something that they do is that if you do kill enemies in battle and then have to run off before you kill everything, you do still get credit for what you kill. Another forward-thinking concept that this game utilizes. So close right now to getting my armor upgrade. Yeah, it's cost me 1,100. So we're getting close. Full house. Come on over. Not quite there, but there it is. I've done enough to... I'm pretty sure I'll get the enough money by the time I make it back to town. Yeah, these gargoyles are doing a great job as far as giving money money is concerned. In fact, there it is right there. We're put over the top. And back to old school green. Which we're adjusting. Yeah, basically staying at the same spot I fight werewolves now. 6. Alright, onward. Back to 10. Alright, so we're about to get all of our equipment, but we still need to get a spell. To get to 500 in order to get the spell that I need. Before we set on off though, we'll use Ian again. So spend the night, and then time for a little more money. I'll also need to buy back the herbs that I sold off, or had to use rather. No, I didn't sell them, I had to use them. What am I thinking? Oh, excuse me. Alright, let's go ahead and save our file. Excuse me, sir. No, I don't want to know what's behind the altar. Why are you sneaking back there? Alright. Now for money for a spell. 3. Speaking of which, 7 this time. Yeah, this time I'm wanting to be a little more aggressive because I do have the upgraded armor now. They still hurt though. Yeah, so it's far from safety. Gargoyles. Full house. Werewolves. 6. The money coming. The 4's not bad, but still like I can't help it. Unfortunately, yeah, I did take a few hits, so I have to heal. Yeah, they're pretty much running me out of my healing items. Werewolves. 4 of them. That's enough for a level. And we're at level 6 now. Yeah, now I don't need to worry about that particular issue. But still need to get money though. 4 magicians. This time it's down to 11 points per damage. And that's enough for the spell. We'll still, of course, need to buy money to replace my herbs. Yeah, in fact, I probably should stay in the magician's area a little while longer. Give myself a little extra money. I want to be absolutely certain of what we're getting ourselves into. Seven slimes is good. Should be enough. How many? Three's not bad. I can do 3. Yeah, this should be enough, hopefully. 4 should get me there. That's nice. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a spell. So we'll speak with the spellcaster. So we will go ahead and buy our first spell. So we have enough money for Pharaoh which is an attack spell. It'll put a ring of fire around me, and then once it hits an enemy, it goes away, and then I'll have to recast it. The other spell, Sangua, is a healing spell, but I'm going to leave that until later. So let's go ahead and release some fire magic for ourselves. So you can only ever use one magic spell in battle at a time, so whatever you equip for yourself is what you have. And then as we go along and get new spells and stronger spells, I'll swap what I currently have and swap in something else. Alright. Last order of business before we set off and save our file, of course, is to buy some items. Because I do need to get myself more herbs before we go, because I will need them. First order of business, though, in order to free up some space in the inventory, sell the candle. Alright. So now let's go ahead and buy some herbs. Yeah, I should be fine with, I believe 5 will be enough here. And in case you're wondering about the poison may have noticed that herbs in the candle are slightly more expensive here than they are back in Whitefoot. That should be enough. Nice. Let's go save, and then we will head out to the east. Excuse me, Sir Knight. Yeah, I've got work to do. Your king has asked me to perform an errand, but in order to do that, I needed to prepare myself appropriately, and now that I have, I need to make sure that I'm not wanting to get a curse left off of me. We'll go ahead and save my file. There we go. Alright. So now that we have everything we need, let's head on off. So now we're going east. Some of the werewolves. 6 of them. Yeah, there will be instances where I will have to run from enemies, but we have to reach that point just yet. Another instance of us running into a random stranger on the road. Are you sure you're prepared for the task ahead? Well, I am now. Magicians. 5 of them. Okay, might as well just demonstrate what fire magic does. Yeah, because I'm sure you're all wondering what it looks like, and so there it is. Werewolves. 4. Gargoyles. Full house. Magicians. 4. Make sure I can hit while not getting hit myself. We will get to it, but later. Now we have will-o-wisps. Hold still. Thankfully, he was within the hitbox. Alright, we're going in. So now, we'll go ahead and use our lantern. Yeah, the area's not bright, so. Make sure I've got the map with me. Skeletons. Which are just one. Also, I think I ran by the opportunity to pick up the map. Right. Eyeballs, new enemy, and very worrisome because these things can't hurt for a lot. But the fireball will finish it. Which it is. Alright, so from that I am where I am. Right. So yeah, we'll try and explore as much of the cave as we can. 2 skeletons. Get back here. Careful. You guys out. And more skeletons. Yeah, we have definitely woken up the dead, it seems. I mean, animated skeletons, another classic RPG trope of an enemy. Alright, open this. Not a nerve. I think I will... Well, first we need to take it. But then I will proceed to use it right away. So, if I remember correctly, there should be nothing else I need to worry about. So all I have to do is go directly to the next area. My eyeballs. See, they're hitting me for 18 points per. That's why the fireball is such a useful defensive spell too. Just one gargoyle. Yeah, having that little ring of fire goes a long way. Gargoyles again. Not that way. Two skeletons. Yeah, they're kind of backing off here, which actually I don't mind. I would like to try and maintain my health as long as I can because we don't have an ability yet to automatically leave dungeons. And we won't get that for a while. Having situations where enemies are low in number is useful here. Oh, eyeballs. And run. Still got hit though. Yeah. They're not even moving, but that doesn't mean that they're not dangerous. Not backing down from anything. Right. Make sure I have the map right. Alright, let's go. Gargoyles. 4 of them. Basically relying on the... Oops. That was my turn. And I couldn't end up paying for it. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so straight through. Into more gargoyles. Gargoyle, in this case. Right. Yeah, basically running blind until we actually get the map itself. Yeah, as you notice, each floor, if there's multiple floors in a dungeon, you will have to get a new map for each floor. Just kind of adds a little to the difficulty setting. 4 skeletons. Let's go. Go! Oh, well. Better than taking 18 points apiece. Gargoyles. Squeal. So we run our way through. Fight the skeletons. We're down 4. Alright, so there is actual treasure that I didn't want to get going this direction. Plus something a little unexpected. Yeah, there's actually a duplicate suit of scale armor. Because I really wanted the experience, I wanted to make sure I ground all the way before getting scale armor to be purchased rather than obtained here. 6 gargoyles. Yeah, if you're feeling daring and you want to take the lesser suit of armor that you can buy in Parma and then get the scale armor in here, you can definitely do that. Nothing's stopping you. Eyeball. Get ready with the fire. Go! Buying their time, waiting to get too close. Yeah, also, yeah, that's also something that could work against you. Yeah, the fire will protect you, but if it hits a wall at the top of the screen, it goes away. So it's not completely foolproof. Go ahead and take the money. 300 Kims. Skeletons. 7 of them. Try and clean them out. Alright, all that's left is to get the treasure. I'll have to get through some eyeballs to do it. Oh, wow, run ahead, walk into the moon! No! Wow. And I was right there too. Yeah, they cut me off and I couldn't make it back the other way. I couldn't get the spell off in time. Ow, that hurts. Oh. Yeah, so much for only one game over. Yeah, they're not being nice to me tonight. Yeah, and I was so close to the treasure too. Now I have to buy another lantern. And replace the herbs that I had to spend. Yeah, lanterns are a one-use thing only. That's really a shame. Cause yeah, if that happened after I got the treasure, it'd have been like no big deal, cause I would have been just warped back here and I still would have been able to hold on to the treasure. So much for one game over tonight. But I do have the maps now. On the bright side, I do have the maps that are needed, so I don't need to worry about anything else other than just making it to the other side. So let's try it again. I was trying to spam using the magic, but it wouldn't let me do it. Especially didn't help that I got cut off. You know what? I'm gonna run by you guys. I'll just let you flicker around and do your thing. I guess we'll not be completely out of your hair just yet, especially with the full house. But I found a way through their defenses. Yeah, we're not done with them yet. Yeah, from 1 to 8, right? No, not quite. Looks like the will-o-wisps aren't done with me yet. Thankfully, I'm free to go. Alright, let's go. Still gotta use the lantern. Alright, let's go. Find my way through if I can. I probably shouldn't be doing this, given that I've already pretty much gotten all the strength that I need. But if the enemies don't hurt me that much, then I will fight them. Oh, hello there, random item drop. Yeah, but I don't need the candle, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, yeah, this time I have no choice. Don't cut me off this time. Yeah, come on over. Yeah, so I can hook it right into your eyes. Gargoyles. Take care of you. Not going into a wrong way. Gotta deal with the eyeballs though. Spam that magic. Spam it. Yes, it's Spam-a-lot. Yep. Speak of Spam-a-lot. And go. Yeah, right into it. Just get there. Somehow. Hear him out. There we go. And more skeletons. If nothing else, I'm making my money back. Which I'll definitely need a lot of. Six of them. Don't be shy, come on over. Labyrinth aspects and more eyeballs. And scary. Yeah, that guy was just completely dodging my fire. But it was going off the screen, so that didn't help. Right. Skeletons. Yeah, I'm having a hard time landing a blow on them. They're all avoiding my attacks. Alright, let's try it again. Go. I walked into him. Far end of the dungeon. After being undone by a pinching move by a pair of eyeballs, we finally get our hands on the treasure of Troy. There we go. Now we just have to leave. I can handle two. On over. Immediately turn tail the moment that you're within range of my attack. Oh, eyeball. Go! Yeah, hopefully they don't drain me completely out of my magic. It's just pushing me along. Skeletons. Yeah, try and find a way through. Come on back. Eyeballs. And go! Well, thankfully it was just one this time. Bit of a sigh of relief, but only a bit. Gargoyles. Or just one. Oops. Spun too soon. Go. Go! I hit you before I had to run off. I'll pass this time. I'll just clear myself a path and be on my way. I think I'm living a little too dangerously right now. But like I said, even if I do game over in here, I will still have the treasure. Obviously, I would like to prefer not happen. But on eyeballs, it really could. Also, the game glitched. You still got a hit on me. Get me off this floor. Well, but eyeballs are still a threat. Go! Okay, anyone want this? Sure, you can have it. And you can just watch as I leave. What? I didn't even move! I didn't even move and they immediately respawn. What? I don't think I've ever seen that happen before, ever. That was weird. And I've seen some weird stuff. Yeah, you run away from the enemy, suddenly the enemy respawns again literally in the exact same spots. He never moved, he just was there. Go! And we're almost out of here, come on. Surely we can make it. Skeletons. Or just one. Still got a hit on me while I was trying to get myself turned around to fight him. Last line of defense. Go. Alright, we're out of the cave. Let's take this back to Karma. We don't have to worry about any more scary eyeballs, at least not for now. Gargoyles. Three of them. Got you again. 4 of these. Come on back. Winding our way through. And gargoyles. 6 of them. I'll take that. Actually, I realized there's one thing I want to do. Let me check my stats. Right. I actually want to fight one more battle outside. I want to fight one more battle outside because there's something that I've never done in this game. I'll explain what it is, but... yeah, now all of a sudden we're getting green slimes. That I've never done in this game before. And I want to see if I can trigger it. Because I realize that I'm in a position to do so. So first of all, we'll go ahead and stay at the inn. Because obviously we need to replenish ourselves after what we went through. Being so close to the treasure and getting killed. Completed the assigned task by the king. Let's go pay him a visit. Hello there, sir. We're back. I don't believe it. You've returned with the treasure of Troy. Why don't you just forget about this ring and settle down to a quiet life here? Yeah, well, I'm afraid I have to say no. I'm kind of busy. You really have no choice. Just accept it, young man. Yeah, as you may have noticed, this is a but-thou-must situation. Good, good. Off you go now. So yeah, to reinforce the fact that they have said that we should be accepting a nice, quiet life here, if you try and leave town, the guards block the way. So you're not going anywhere. So no matter how many times you try and sneak around them or whatever, or think that you can, good luck. So let's talk to the priest and save our file. So yeah, I know what you're thinking, like, how are we gonna leave town? Yeah, these guys are making their intentions perfectly clear. Well, I guess we could ask the king to change his mind, right? Yeah, let's go back to the castle. See if we can persuade him to let us have the ring and be on our way. Excuse me, sir. But this is such a nice place. I know, but I really have to go. Oh, did what? I probably have to... I think I skipped a trigger. Let me go back in and try again. Excuse me, Your Majesty? What is this? You again? I see that I need a more permanent solution to your problem. I'm afraid you'll find I become rather beastly when I'm bothered. So yeah, surprise, random boss fight! So yeah, all of a sudden we're up against this creepy dragon who's only weak in the head. You can't jump or anything, all you can do is just swipe at him. Swipe at him enough and yeah, his body corrodes and you win the fight. I win 500 kills and 500 experience. And just like that, he's gone. And also, I didn't get the trigger I was expecting. I guess it doesn't trigger until I go down through here, because yeah, now I can actually go to the dungeon. Hello there, Your Majesty. Yeah, turns out... Thank you, Mathia. That beast from Cartagena transformed itself to look like me! You wouldn't be making a splendid commander of the town militia. Would you care to settle down here? No! If it wasn't good enough for your doppelganger, it's not good enough for you. If you must go, head to Watling. You can get a good deal of information there. For your service, I hereby present you with the Ring of Sky. Go forth on your quest, brave warrior. And thus, we officially got the ring off of them. Maybe I'll take the time to go back to his throne, but yeah. Bet you didn't see that coming. You're probably wondering where the boss fights were in this game. Well, there was the answer, right there. So yeah, that's how boss fights work in this game. You basically get a one-on-one duel with the boss. You have to try and use your sword skills to try and kill it. And it did say that you can't use magic either, so you can only rely on your sword in order to beat bosses in this game. But as you saw, it was worth it. We have our second ring. Yeah, one night and we already have 2 rings. And so, now that I've successfully accomplished that, I believe we will actually, contrary to what the game implies or suggests, well, maybe not contrary, but in this instance, we actually will spend the night in Parma because we're going to go ahead and call the stream here. And so I will be back with you guys again tomorrow. We will pick up from this particular spot and move on to the next city in the game and see how many more rings can be had as we continue to return to Cartagena to deal with the evil King Sarkhan who caused this mess in the first place and sent that doppelganger of a fake king to try and give us problems, but we showed him a thing or two. So definitely appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for the support this evening. You guys were awesome this evening. And so I really hope that you guys look forward to me playing this for the next few weeks. I do intend to make this my Let's Play until the time that we get to my birthday, when my game that I do want to play for like my big birthday occasion does take place. But for now, we will see you guys tomorrow, and we will continue on with the story as our journey of Mathia, the son of King Eric of Excalabria, continues. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the start of Let's Play Sword of Vermilion live. So, thanks everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.